Hi there, my name is Nick Dutch, coming back on the camera yet again. Just want to talk today about the concept of inflame yourself with prayer, as mentioned of course by Aleister Crowley in Magic in Theory and Practice, and of course some of his other texts. Why would he use the phrase inflame thyself with prayer? I feel that's because he's trying to describe in the most simple way he possibly could the state of mind of entering into a space in which he could then attempt to create something of an odd or peculiar nature. He specialised in using religious techniques, which is of course traditional within the school of thought called Magick. But why inflame thyself with prayer? I mean, you got two important words there, and the latter one is prayer, which suggests that prayer is an important technique. But when you've gone through your schooling and you were taught to close your eyes, put your hands together and talk to the higher power, was that necessarily the state of prayer? No, that is just an action. The action itself is okay as far as it goes, and I'm not saying anything against it. But the fact that Crowley has put the word inflame at the beginning of the sentence, inflame thyself with prayer, suggests something else. The state of mind of prayer somehow being bigger. That does not mean moving to a mood outside of prayer or an emotion outside of prayer. It's still staying within the same state of mind, but just more of it. Now, if you look into subjects such as brain wave entrainment, you'll find out about the idea of hemispheric synchronization, whereby the left and right hemispheres of the brain itself start resonating at the same electromagnetic frequencies. And this can become much more dominant throughout the whole brain itself. I think it would be appropriate to extrapolate from the phrase inflame thyself with prayer, and also from the knowledge that we have from neuroscience these days, to suggest that the state of mind that Crowley was talking about was a more intense or a much more focused state of mind, which could in theory be measured on an EEG machine. There are various different frequencies of brainwave activity which seem to occur in different prayerful states. I personally have spoken to one particular clairvoyant who, whenever she would visualize brilliant white light above her head, would find it incredibly difficult to sleep, because that visualization and that state of euphoria and visualizing light above your head can have the effect, so it seems, of creating the gamma brainwave frequency, which is very rapid, very stimulatory, but of course still in a tranquil state of mind. The gamma brainwave frequency is assumed or ascribed to various other anomalous phenomena, such as the state of being which happens prior to an astral projection. So maybe that variety of visualization in the prayerful state will actually assist you in being much more clairvoyant or clairaudient. But of course there are different frequencies associated with prayer, such as the alpha theta state, which is slower and also focused in a very different way. So these are things which we have to experiment with. What Crowley did not promise was being able to turn water into wine at the flick of a switch. What Crowley did not promise was generating something miraculous overnight. A lot of his ideas were based upon gaining more self-knowledge over time with the practice of ritualistic, prayerful or supernaturalistic ideas. When you, as a person who is experimenting with and exploring the supernatural, I would say go back to the idea of inflame thyself with prayer. Relearn what the state of prayer is and try and do it more so. Try and do it with greater effect. Try and do it in a much more focused manner. Experiment with different moods, different visualizations, yes, but still within the remit of this prayerful state. Do a lot of introspective analysis to assess the state of mind that you're in and what kind of benefits you seem to have got from that. And then maybe extrapolate from that to suggest what supernatural things you could theoretically achieve if you were doing that a lot more. But don't extrapolate too far. Remember that one of the things which can be used as an attack against us people who are being occultists is that we are doing a pseudoscience. This attack can only realistically be applied to us if we are stating that something is solid and real and reliable, when essentially it isn't. So as long as we can get that distinction, then we're still being within the remit of the scientific process. Alright, well that's more or less all I've got for you today. Good fortune, God bless, look after yourself, and don't forget to subscribe, rate and comment, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon sometime.